we are here.
Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? On the most famous street in the world, which of course is Bar Street in downtown Kato Paphos. I tell you what, it's a spectacality of a day indeed. We invite you to come and have a look around the improvements that are taking place on the forthcoming Marika and Me lounge bar. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to the girl that will have her name above the door. Her name is Miss Ochin Grasivi-Alabouf. She just happens to be the most beautiful woman in the world. And of course, she is your Marika and my Marika.
Hello, everybody. How nice to see you again and again. And we have quite a few changes to show you today, which I am very happy because we are going on and on. Not now day by day, we're going on and on, hour by hour, because we don't have time to be wasted, and we understand that when you come, you will probably see quite a lot of changes. Maybe some changes is not symphonically goes well with something that we said before and that concerning to the bar when we go inside. And please have a look at this around.
Yes, indeed. Let me show you around the outside first, because we've had a little bit of plastering going on. It doesn't look that good at the moment, obviously, but the plasters have been in and it's going to be decorated, but the outside wall has now been fully plastered. And of course, that's got a shelf on top of it as well. We're going to install some trellises, and of course, that is going to be like a garden effect. If you look carefully now, you'll notice that our new perimeter wall, which of course is to give it safety for you guys and of course for us guys, and to take it down a little bit more at market, because it's going to be a fabulous bar in downtown Kato Paphos with sensible prices, so don't worry about that bit. But it's a place that's going to have a little touch of class, a little sprinkle of magic, and of course you guys are going to be more than welcome to come in and make some friends, perhaps sup on a pint or two, or get some information on some of the things that are going on in Paphos, or perhaps you might need our help. So please don't forget to pop in and see us at the Marika and Me lounge bar. And yes, all the internal walls have been plastered as well. And for those of you with eagle eyes, perhaps like our Sir Chris of Bridlington, look, the decking has been, shall we say, rectified, soon to be sanded down and then obviously retreated and varnished. Let's see what the most beautiful woman in the world has got to say.
Well, I think this is quite nicely done job by our Martin. And as Steve is not going lesser, Steve is just going on, and this man is finding the time to work with the wood. His woodworking I said, can you imagine? Woodwork is quite well done, because now we had, before we had quite straight and very upside down floors, especially in this area. Now we have a quite straight and beautifully done. It's raw, of course you understand. It's not finished yet, but the main job and main dust is gone from here.
Yes, indeed. The restructuring of the lower flooring has been done with suitably thick chipboard. And of course now we're going to relay the laminate flooring. That's going to be sanded down, and that is going to be treated as well. Slowly but surely, this lounge bar is being rejuvenated, and it will be a fabulous place for you to come when you're on your little adventures in downtown Kato Paphos.
And of course, we're still waiting for some chandelier decorations that we've been waiting for quite long time. And there is no any logic. Some of the things that Mr. Paul ordered, but he's not in a hurry with arrived. And some of the things that I would have start with didn't arrive.
This is true. We are waiting for some hanging, swinging crystals to come, which are going to go onto the chandelier. Again, for those of you who've got eagle eyes, you may have noticed a slight difference to the bar. We've got the lower brown theme, the gold strip, and then a brown edge has been painted on. And if you look very, very closely, you may notice that the top of the bar is now raw. And there's little bits and bobs filling in all the little grooves. That's going to be sanded down today. And this is going to be tinted. And then it's going to have a top of liquid glass. So that's what they call it. So it's going to look spectacular. And of course, it's going to be hard wearing. A lot of sanding been going on, correcting of some of the grooves in and around these parts. They're going to be repainted and the gold's going to be redone again. It's going to be not only the biggest bar, not only the most spectacular bar, but the best bar, and the bar that's waiting especially for you.
Let's hope that nobody doubts about it. But I think that it's going to be more hospitality and more friends' house, should I say, all the friends, and of course of all of you family members. Who can be more important for us? Nobody.
Yes, indeed. Now, you may have noticed in the background there are some bed sheets hanging up, and there is some polythene because, of course, those glass sections and the rear of the bar has been finished. So we're starting to protect it. And there is the final glass pane that is being painstakingly painted by the most beautiful woman in the world.
Let me tell you a little bit about this, my work, which I actually finished 4 arches now, done, totally done. And yes, 15 to 20 hours every single arch needs, if you start and you have, it's quite boring job. As I said before, I love doing this job. If only I had quite enough time, but time is squeezing us. Time will never wait for us. So another 5th one been started yesterday, and as you can see, 25 to 30% of the job has been done. But the only thing which is really makes me crazy when I look up and I have to stand there for 3 or 4 hours, and you have to squeeze in between, let me show you, in between this arch. So I'm standing here, for example, and here are my tins with this was a gold one. Unfortunately, I didn't cover it yesterday, but that's because I knew that it's only a couple of grams left inside, and my brush is gone as well. It complained over the night. Now I've got the brown and the white paint as well. When I see some incorrections, I just do this immediately because it has to be done. Look what I have done with my dirty feet, but never mind. What I was going to show to you, that if I need to do every single little brown line, repeating the shape of this glass and squeezing here. Don't forget, I'm not 25 anymore. I wish I was, but, and also on the sides it's very hard, and in the corners on the very up ceiling place. And that's why yesterday we had a few dusty, musty things, but then we had to cover it to keep these arches, which I painted fresh.
Yes, indeed. And you may have noticed there's a little bit of alcatraz been put on the top of the bar to fill in that nasty gap. And the next job on the list is this little piece of the ceiling. And for those of you who follow the channel, you'll remember that this part of the ceiling was a complete and utter disaster. But of course, that's been treated, repanelled out, and brand new lights. Downtown Kato Paphos on a spectacality of a day indeed. 1 or 2 people have asked about this area coming into view now. At the moment, we're using it as our storage room, and you may have noticed we've had a little bit of a tidy up. So now we're starting to organise things that perhaps we might need. But don't worry, this little area will be the last to do on the list, but we believe in the final week before we open, we will transform this room into the dancing platform with some nice little sofas and chairs.
In the end, it's going to be a very beautiful room, and you know, the room where everybody can shake it as much as they want, as much as they have soul and power. It's because, you know, when you're shaking, when you're dancing, you bring your mood up. When you're singing, you bring your mood up. Now I must say, not all of us are singing sensations like our Carrie, beautiful woman, and just a beautiful singer. And we just can bring our mood. When we want to sing one or two our favorites, and then we realize that we're feeling much, much better. Isn't it so, Mr. Paul?
It's true. So if you want a great, great time when you come to downtown Kato Paphos, perhaps if you're part of the Geordie crew, yes, Sir Jeff and a gang of 40 are coming to Paphos in May, and they told us that they are going to storm the downtown Kato Paphos bar known as the Marika and Me Lounge Bar.
And we also have quite a few toilets standing in the corridor up there and waiting for its time. They're standing in the queue and not letting anybody go in. That's because they're really, really waiting for their time. Our toilets is going to be brand new, for which I'm just one little thing. I feel sorry that I thought that the previous toilets could be cleaned, and I did clean it, you know, with all my power and soul. Eventually I find out, why did I do it? I was away with my mom, and Mr. Paul informed me that all these toilets have to be gone. It's because it was necessary to do it. And now, the one thing I regret, that I did clean it in order to throw them away. Can you imagine?
But the economies of scale told us that putting brand new ones in was much, much more efficient and a little bit cheaper, to be honest.
That's right.
But of course they're brand new, so we won't have any problems for the foreseeable future.
That's the technical thing. And another thing, that the brand new needs lesser caring. Of course, it all needs caring, but imagine whether you have an old house or a new house, so whichever you would like to clean easier and quicker.
Now, in the background is the Hollywood staircase and, of course, the Wall of Fame. It's had its first coat of plaster. I've got to do some monkeying about with it, and then next week the plasterer is coming in. He's known as Sir Martin, and he's going to plaster the living daylights out of it and make it into a spectacular wall. The Wall of Fame. What is the Wall of Fame, I hear you say? Well, it's going to be lit up like a Christmas tree, and there's going to be bricks, and there's going to be names on those bricks. And there's going to be a lot of names. Some of those names are Lady Zena, our Sir Kev from downtown in Newcastle. Of course, Lady Amy, and the man who will always be in her debt. He's known as Sir Johnny of the Debt. Lady Ness, and of course the man of her dreams, Lord Andy. The girl in charge of the show, Dame Anne, and of course her little Keybach, as we say in Welsh. I'm sure she's Googling that like crazy. And perhaps Sir Peter is having a chuckle or two. Of course, many, many people. 260 names so far will be on that wall. And we'd like to say a massive, massive thank you, because each one of those people has gifted us a minimum of £50. And that is a crucial amount of money that is helping to transform the ransackled old bar, known as the Hollywood Bar, into the Marika and Me Lounge Bar. And in memory of that bar, that will be the Hollywood staircase, and in the background, the Hall of Fame. If you want to get your name on that wall, why don't you go and hunt us down on PayPal? Paul G. Cyprus. Pop those words into the search box on PayPal. Up will come my face, and of course the face of the most beautiful woman in the world, as we say a massive thank you.
Yes, of course, a massive thank you from the bottom of our two hearts, our dearest, lovely, beautiful people. And whilst Mr. Paul is talking, you know, he reminded me the time when I was going to school. And that very times we had the board of pupils, excellent pupils. You know, the pupils who had only the best marks. And somewhere there, it was many, many pictures. One of those pictures, and under the picture was my name and surname, by the way. And you reminded me that one. And it was very obvious place, you know, all the pupils, teachers and director, everybody were going, passing that very bold, not fame, yeah, maybe fame, but the most excellent pupils in the school. And because I remember I was going and bringing the best bravia, so how you say, certificates in between the towns in the philological direction. I was sent and very, very proud of that I had somewhere in that wall my photo, picture, my name and surname. It's lovely, it's lovely.
Yeah, so don't forget, if you want your name on the Wall of Fame for that photo opportunity of a lifetime, go and hunt us down on PayPal, and for only £50, your name will appear on a brick or two. Now, I remember when I was in school, I was known very well as well, but not for the same reasons. I was always on the naughty board. Every teacher knew my name, and every teacher would shout it out.
So you had opposite of a fame board?
The naughty board. Well, I suppose I was famous for being a naughty, naughty, naughty boy.
All right. So we didn't have that in order not to embarrass all the bad pupils, and naughty boys and girls did know themselves. So our school was a little bit delicate, should I say, in this understanding. So they didn't put the naughtiness or naughty boys and girls pictures somewhere on the opposite side of that wall, which maybe if they put, then it would be a good motivation to follow as an example to that best pupils, as it was us.
Well, I remember in my days at school, there was not just myself, there was a crew of us, and they actually used to call us, the teachers they used to call us the new romantic crews, or the bad boys, and we were always in trouble for something, having lines and dictation and being held back. But each and every one of us, in the end,
became
got
good people
to where we wanted to be.
Yes, yes, yes. Every school, I think, and every class got such a crew, even nowadays, and every time, every period of every century, should I say, would have such a bad naughty boys and girls. But then at the end they understand what is life. They come to the reality of the life, and then they understand we should behave, otherwise now we are not pupils. We have to answer about our behavior.
Let's go up the Hollywood staircase. And remember, your name could be on that wall in the background, and of course that photo opportunity of a lifetime. Here's our gold chandelier. It's been blinged up a little bit. It's got matching light bulbs. It's got little candles under the light bulbs. It's all gone gold. We're waiting for some bling, and when that bling arrives, we're going to bling it to death. Gold in the background. Gold is the theme, as you may have noticed. And again, that reminds me of one of the most famous songs in the world, again from that new romantic era. You never know. That giant of a man, the man with the voice of velvet, he's known as Sir Tony of the Hadley from Spandau Ballet. Yes, one or two of you tuning in the mornings know that I do like a little bit of Spandau Ballet. And on that note, a big shout out to two guys who are off on the adventure of a lifetime. They're off to Thailand. They are indeed. But don't worry, they are going to travel 6,313 miles on a series of aeroplanes. They're going to fly from Thailand to Dubai, Dubai to Larnaca, Larnaca to Paphos, to be at the grand opening of the Marika and Me Lounge Bar. Who are these guys? One's a baron and one's a baroness.
Well, guys, we know that you always trying to be with us and trying to stand with us and help us. This is what we know for sure. Definitely we will be standing by you if only you need any help or any supporting, should I say. But we highly, and I mean highly, valuing your effort and your supporting.
We are indeed. Baron John, Baroness Louise.
Louise, of course.
We're waiting, especially
for you guys. Yeah. Now I would like to talk about this little lampshade. It's actually a I've got it only 3, so didn't have more. And I thought to myself, would be nice to put it. Oh, that one is gone. Coffin is gone. Coffins, comforting, whatever you call it anyway. So let me go through and show you what I mean by that. I think my hands are quite long. Oh my God, everything is still dusty. And I'm looking forward for that very period of time when I will be going with that my little brush that I brought from Georgia, if you remember, colorful, with a stick, when I will be just redusting the places around. So what I mean by that, I wanted to see, oops, it's so sensible. So it's shaking, it's going left and right. Anyway, not sure if I like it, to be honest. So waiting for some things to come from the internet, and this is my, it was my thinking, and I thought, why don't I show it on camera? But we've got it only 3, and we could tint it more goldish actually, so you couldn't see the light bulb, or bulb, how you call it? Bulb. You couldn't have seen it. But in my opinion, I wouldn't like it. It's too simple for me. I think it looks very simple comparing to what project I have thought of this chandelier. So it looks a little bit more modern, whereas my thinking of the chandelier, if everything goes well, is more classical and is more luxury.
Glitzy is what
yes, yes. I would like to say a huge hello to Ness by sending me that very message saying that don't you worry, no panic, as the time goes on, let it go however it goes. At the end of the day, people coming to see you too, coming for you to say hello and to support, and don't ever think that if you haven't finished here, there are some little things people wouldn't even notice. But if they noticed, so what? I wish. Well, I don't know what to answer next, but for that kind words. Thank you so much. I know that I only sent you the heart with a little yellow ribbon, I know, because my mood was thoughtful, but thank you for that.
We're upstairs at the VIP lounge bar area of the Marika Lounge Bar. It'll be an information hub where you can come and get information and our help. And of course, if you've got a special event, perhaps a wedding party, a christening party, a birthday party, or perhaps you just fancy a party, you will be able to rent and have it exclusively on that day or that night. And of course, that bar will be stocked up especially for you. If you like what you see, please hit the like, smash that subscribe, doesn't cost you a single penny. Please don't forget to keep on coming back for our updates as we take this and transform the rundown former Hollywood bar into the glamorous Marika and Me Lounge Bar. Opening up on the 15th of March 2025. Please don't forget to drop us a line if you want to come to the grand opening. If you missed the 15th, we're going to do it all over again on the 16th, and guess what?
We can actually do it every day.
Again on the 17th, and perhaps every day.
We can actually do it every day, especially for you guys. As long as you will come here, enjoy yourselves, enjoy the sun, beautiful weather. Some of them will be even swimming in the sea or in the pool because the weather is going to be spectacular, fabulous weather we have. Even now, if you look outside, you will find out a beautiful sun just cuddling you and hugging you as if it's saying, hello, I'm here in the luxury, beautiful island of love. And we gonna meet all of you with all our greatest hearts and love. We're loving you this much from the bottom of our 2 hearts.
We are indeed. Let's take you onto the upstairs outside terrace. A view over the treetops and the rooftops of the blue Mediterranean Sea. The most famous street in the world, Bar Street, downtown Kato Paphos. There's going to be canopies, there's going to be tables, there's going to be chairs. You guys are going to have a fabulous, fabulous time, perhaps as you sup on a pint or two. Or perhaps if you're Lady Karen from downtown in Manchester, a can of Pepsi. Yes, especially for you. Nobody else, only for Lady Karen from downtown in Manchester.
If you look around, I'm still saying to you, many things have been done, many things that we really improved in this bar, and I think so that it shall become much more beautiful. Time after time we're showing you all these videos, but remember that nothing can be returned back. Nothing can be become the same as it was yesterday and the day before. It's only becoming better and better as our moods, as our preparing, as our feeling of this this time when we can't wait to see you.
Yes, indeed. Don't forget to keep coming back. Please don't forget to hit the like, smash the subscribe. And of course, if you'd like to keep the channel afloat, why not come gift us a coffee via the Buy Me a Coffee platform. Google these magic words, Buy Me a Coffee, Marika and me, or the other way around. Marika and me, Buy Me a Coffee. Up will come our landing page. You can choose to read a little bit more about us and a comment or two. And we all like to read the comments, don't we? And fingers crossed, you may gift us a virtual coffee or two, or even join us as a superstar member, like our Lady Zena, and of course, her Sir of the Kev. We're coming to Paphos in September. They're going to get married, and they're going to have the party of a lifetime at the Marika and Me Lounge Bar.
Well deserved. Guys, we're loving and kissing you from the bottom of our two hearts and from the bottom of the beautiful, beautiful island of love, Cyprus, and especially Paphos.
Thanks for watching, and of course we'll look forward to your company again very, very soon indeed.